Hello friends, and welcome to today's video where we're going to talk about Tempest's Into the Tempest album. But first, I'm back from vacation. I was out of town. For those who are unaware, you just didn't watch my last two videos. I was out of town for Hoshana. I'm back. I picnicked. I went to tea. I had the time of my life. But I'm home now so we can review albums again. But before we actually get started, can I just say, this album name, Into the Tempest, kind of obsessed. Like, I'm kind of obsessed. It's such a good name. It is better than anything I could have come up with. Maybe. But it is a very good name nonetheless. Either way, I'm giving the name a 10 out of 10. But let's get into how this video is actually going to work. I'm going to run through the track list of this album. I'm going to give you my thoughts on each song. And then I'm going to give this album a score out of 10 at the end. However, I do have a few disclaimers before we continue. Disclaimer number 1. This album just came out. So I've heard it once so far, and my opinions on all of these songs very much may change over time. Second disclaimer is, of course, my standard one. Everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion because, as the mug always says, music is subjective, and that is great. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, we can get started. And first up, we have the title track of Vroom Vroom. And it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean that with all the negative connotations you could be picking up because I'm not the biggest fan of this song. Let's start with the background music because I didn't like it. And it was very loud. Like, here's the thing. There are songs that work better with louder background music. I'm not going to deny that. Even if I don't enjoy those songs as much, there are songs where louder background music works better. This is not that. I feel like this song, it is being loud for the sake of being loud, not because it thinks it would benefit the song. That said, this background music isn't awful. I will give it that. Like, I feel like if they'd just literally lowered the volume of it and maybe with some minor shifts, it could have really worked. But unfortunately, what we got at the end is a no for me. Continuing with the negatives, while we're talking negatives, let's get into the chorus because this chorus is the worst part of the song, if you ask me. I've said this a good few times now. I don't like an overly repetitive chorus. It's always going to be a no for me because I always find it some form of combination of either lazy or annoying. And this one is definitely a healthy mix. Like, I dislike this chorus greatly. The verses also just aren't great either. They could be fun if I just sort of turned my brain off and let them be background noise. I could see them being kind of fun, but as an active listening experience, let's just say it's not ideal. We're going to briefly hit on the positives, okay? The pre-chorus is stunning, and I loved it. And the bridge is absolutely gorgeous. However, these two things are not enough to save the song for me. Big picture, though, this isn't Tempest's worst title. I'll give it that. But it's definitely their second worst, and I feel like this only is compounded, I guess, by the fact that when Tempest has a good title, their good titles are really, really good. Like, excellent good. I don't think Tempest has just a mid title. All their titles to me are either really good or bad. And when that happens, like, because I know they can make amazing titles when they release a bad one, it just makes me sad and angry. Anyway, on to the next song, which is Dive, and it's really good. Like, it's cool, it's fun, and most importantly, it doesn't hurt me. But let's get into the song. First, we have the verses, and they're great. I really enjoyed them, although I will admit the raps feel slightly out of place. As for the pre-chorus, they're excellent, and I'm saying they're because I've noticed this trend. Maybe this is just something I've noticed. I've noticed this growing trend where songs will have, like, fully different pre-choruses before the first and second chorus, and I'm kind of into it. I'm kind of weirdly into it, and I think it works really well here. Now for the chorus, because it's a moment. It's chill, and it's nice, but it also hits perfectly. Like, it's a very complex vibe, but if you get it, you get it, and I get it, and I adore it. The song also does my favorite thing in the world, where it'll start off, specifically the last chorus, with, like, that limited or, like, no background music, and they put a twist on it, right? Before the background music comes in, because I love when the background music comes back in, they put a twist on it. They had a little ad-lib, and then after the ad-lib, like, with the note, the background music comes in. I loved it. I loved it. That was masterful. Okay, last but not least, we have a Bluetooth, and let's address the obvious before we begin. The guitar. I'm obsessed. I've said this God knows how many times now. I'm weak for a nice guitar, and this guitar is very nice, and I was very weak. Also, for the more longtime viewers from last fall, I had a campfire moment. I just started calling songs campfire vibes if I felt like I could see myself sitting around a campfire just singing along, and I got really into it like fall of last year. I feel like this has similar energies, and I'm kind of obsessed, and I'm starting to think maybe it's a fall thing. Like, it's currently raining outside. Maybe it's just like with the end of summer, I have a craving for campfire vibes. I don't know. But either way, the vibes here are immaculate. Let's get into the song though. The verses are gorgeous, and they moved the rap. They did something interesting that I actually like. They took the raps and they made them the pre-chorus. And I liked that a lot. I thought it worked really well, and the raps didn't mess with the vibes. Like, they fit the song well, so I was here for it. And the bridge, it's exceptional. My only complaint in regards to the bridge is that I wish it was a smidge longer because I really liked it and I wanted more. As for the chorus, it's nice and it's cute. And I really, really liked it. And that last chorus, when they do it with just the guitar, that is my shit, and I'm obsessed with it. But that is all I have to tell you about this album. So with that, it is score time. And overall, I'm going to give it an 8.4 out of 10. Hear me out, okay? The title is not great, but it's not horrifyingly bad. However, the B-sides were both good. I really enjoyed them. So yeah, 8.4 out of 10. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your thoughts on this album down below. Let me know what your favorite song is. You can also like and subscribe if you want to, or don't. I will be okay either way. And in the description, I'm going to put all my other Tempest reviews, aka my review for every other Tempest album that exists as of me filming this. So you can check those out if you so choose. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!